The whistle cuts through the freezing air. You climb out of the trench. Your boots sink into thick mud. The machine guns wake up almost instantly. You are carrying nothing more than a folded piece of paper, yet thousands of lives depend on it. If the message never arrives, an entire attack could collapse. This is your job. You are a trench runner on the Western Front in 1916. You have become the fastest and most expendable link in one of history's deadliest communication networks. Before radios became reliable, armies depended on human beings. Telephone wires stretched across the battlefield, but a single artillery shell could destroy them in seconds. Signal flags disappeared behind smoke. Carrier pigeons flew only one way. Early wireless radios were heavy, fragile, and easy for the enemy to intercept, so commanders often trusted a single soldier with a handwritten order. That soldier was you. Every journey begins with waiting. The trench smells of wet earth, sweat, smoke, and decay. Water fills the bottom of the trench. Rats grow fat on abandoned food and fallen soldiers. Lice hide inside every layer of clothing. No matter how much you scratch, they always return. Then comes the order. You receive a sealed envelope. You are told exactly where it must go. No one asks whether you are afraid. Fear is already expected. The distance might be only 500 meters, but those 500 meters are among the most dangerous on Earth. You climb the ladder. For one brief second, the sky feels strangely peaceful. Then the bullets begin snapping past your head. The space between the trenches is called no man's land. The name is painfully accurate. It belongs to no army. It belongs only to death. The ground is covered with shell craters. Broken trees point into the gray sky. Twisted barbed wire waits beneath the mud. Every step could hide a deep hole. Every shadow might conceal a wounded soldier. Or something worse. What happens if you fall? Sometimes another runner is sent. Sometimes nobody comes. Entire battalions have attacked too early because one message never arrived. Others waited too long because a runner was killed only meters away. Communication decided victories long before weapons did. British military records describe runners making repeated trips during major offensives despite overwhelming artillery fire. Some completed 10 or more dangerous journeys in a single day. Many never returned. Historian Martin Gilbert noted that battlefield communication remained one of the greatest challenges throughout the First World War. Even the strongest armies struggled to control events once the fighting began. Could you keep running, knowing each trip might be your last? The pressure was relentless. You could not stop. You could not hide. You had to memorize landmarks because explosions erased the landscape every hour. A shattered tree, a collapsed bunker, a broken wagon wheel. These became your map. Rain turned fields into rivers of mud. Winter froze boots to the ground. Summer filled the air with flies. Every season brought a different enemy. By 1917, some armies introduced improved portable radios. Aircraft also helped carry messages and observe troop movements. But technology could never fully replace the runner. Machines failed. People adapted, again and again. Many trench runners received medals for extraordinary courage. Most received nothing except another message. And another impossible journey. When the war finally ended in 1918, millions had died. Among them were countless runners whose names were never recorded. Their victories often survived only as successful deliveries. History remembers famous generals. It remembers giant battles. But sometimes the fate of thousands rested inside one muddy envelope carried by one exhausted soldier. The next time you send a message with a single tap, remember this. There was a time when every word had to outrun a bullet.